I'm creating a house in The Sims 4 using only one color. So we're going to use a random wheel spin to tell us what color we're going to be using. Alright, so now let's spin the wheel and see what color we get. We got white. I guess we can work with that. Let's get going. We can definitely make a cute house with white. I don't know why I was reacting that way at first, but we can make a cute house. Alright, we're just going to use the sim I made and let's make a house. Go new crest. Let's go here. Just so we're not limited, I am going to enable cheats. I'm going to do testing cheats true. And then we're also going to do money 99. Alright, so now we have the most money possible, so that money is not a limit when we're building the house. Then I'm also going to do bb.move objects on, just so it's better when we're building. And I think, wait, let me try again. The cheats are enabled, so we'll get into building. I don't know why I chose this huge plot, but alright, we're going to start with this basic shell for the house. We've got, let's focus on the downstairs. And so I'm trying to map out how we're going to do this. I think this is looking like a kitchen here. So I guess that this has to be, this back here is definitely a bathroom. So kitchen here, this little walkway entrance. So I guess this would have to be the living room. But then this is actually the dining room and this is the living room situation that we're going to have to go with. So let's start with the kitchen actually. So glasses on so I can see white. So now we filtered to white and let's see the cabinet options. First off, let me get some lighting. These are fine, at least for now. Counters, let's see. There's these counters. I'm not obsessed with these. There's these white counters. I like those a lot more. Ooh, there's these. I've never seen these before. Is that cute? I don't really know. And then there's these plain white. I think I'm gonna go with this one. All right, we got the layout for now. We can definitely change it later. But let's see, gap here. Hold on. Do that oven there and then add a stove. Let's see. Let's add a stove real quick. We can add the stove like this. And then there's the oven vent. Let's look at cabinets just so that can be, okay, these cabinets match. Let's put the walls up so I can see what's going on. So cute, but interferes with the window. I figured out this as the kitchen cabinet situation. There's the oven vent hood. That's pretty good. This isn't bad so far. I just realized though, I didn't even put a fridge and a sink. All of that is very important. I'm trying to think, where should the dishwasher go, or should we do no dishwasher? We definitely need a microwave. I always just put the microwave in the corner like that. And then definitely a coffee maker too. Put that there for now and see where we want it to be. Unfortunately, we do have to have a white fridge. I don't even think a white fridge is bad. It's just there. But now that I'm looking at this, this is kind of like a little bit odd. Hold on, let me play around with this. Added more here, and I think that just makes more sense and looks a little better. And then we have a sink. I always love a sink by the window. So we'll add the sink, and the dishwasher can be right by it. There we go. Let's definitely move this. I want this to go the way I want it to. What else do you need in a kitchen? Why am I like forgetting what a kitchen is? Got some paper towels. The great thing that is there's a lot of white clutter, so it's not too bad. And don't worry, I did not forget, we do have to change the floors because they're not white. So going with this white wood, but do we like it this way or the other way? We made the white floors. It's just some white wood. Let us see. Got this huge white rug here just to fill up the space a little bit. Where I want you to go, just to fill up some space a little bit. I feel like I'm gonna try to add an island, but we might need to delete it because I think there's just not enough room here. Like if this was a real house, I think it could work, but being in The Sims, I just don't know if that's too close. Let's see if she can get in. Let's have her sit here. So she's able to walk around here, so I'm calling that a win. So let's get on to doing let's add some clutter, make it a bit interesting. Having white as the first color is kind of crazy, but I definitely want to do this challenge again and have different colors. White book. I'm gonna make it look a little bit lived in. What else would you have? I don't know how people feel about this, but I like adding a lot of clutter because I feel like it just feels more lived in. So it's kind of a lot of clutter, but I really like it. So let's actually move on to the next place. Let's do this entryway area and just add a few things. Like maybe a rug, a plant. Stick with the plant. Maybe these plants on both sides. Let me copy these lights real quick so I can see. Just trying to brighten up the place. Now, I don't like these plants. Let's replace them with other plant. That one's okay. It was a plant I had. Ooh, what about this? No, that's a little small. That's a little big. I don't know how I feel about this. Adding this little coat rack. The white rugs is difficult. There's really not many. Let's come back to this area and go to, what is this? This is a dining room. So let's do a dining room table. I like that one. I like that this wood sort of matches like the cabinets that we've got going on in the kitchen. I wish it could be a little bit bigger. So this dining table, this is the size I want for. Ooh, okay. There's this dining table that's a little bit bigger that I like. Let's see what it looks like with chairs. How do we like that? I'm okay with it. I'm not mad at it. Got this little china closet. I forgot what you called this. Somebody will know. Maybe it should go that way, or should we have it in this corner? Go like that and bring it out. Then it juts out too far. Maybe in that corner there. What the heck? These window coverings. Or those, does that look dumb? I think it does. Or does that make sense? I'm so bad at window coverings, so please give me suggestions about that. I feel like they always look strange, so I just try not to look at them. I feel like we're getting somewhere. I really want something like this if I can find it in white. It's literally in white. I just didn't look good enough. That's cute. Nice. Now what can we add over here? Again, another plant. A side table maybe. Let's see. Accent table. Let's look at shelves. Anything to help? A shelf maybe. This little shelf situation is kind of cute. How is this looking? I really like the little dining area that we've got. So let's move on to the living room. To do like a dresser situation for the entertainment table. There's this one. It's fine, I guess. What sucks that I didn't realize is that the way this is set up, the TV has to go in front of the windows, which is not good. So let's see. I think we have to set it up this way so the TV's not against the window, because that's just a no-no. Should we have this large TV? It's a bit much. Should we do a bit of a smaller one? Let's see. All of these TVs feel too small or too big. But I think I actually like this TV stand better. Should we have a TV that actually stands on? And it can be like that. It's very small though. I don't like it. For now I'm sticking with this TV. I'll probably change it. But let's get into the rest of it. I don't know if the setup is going to work with the living room, but I'm going to try to make it work. There's this rug. I like that rug. Now couches is what's going to be tough. So since this is the dining room entryway, the couch has to be here and I'm going to move. Hold on. So this is a situation that has to happen. Does this feel too awkward for things to work out? Because then it's like, what do we do here? We could just get rid of that, or have that little arch doorway there instead. Let's go back into decorating the living room. Let's look at a bookshelf situation. How do we feel about this? That's interesting. And I think something about me is I love books, so I feel like if I fill up a place with books, then that's really all the house needs. I'm trying my best to keep the clutter white, but you know, bear with me a little bit. There's gonna be some parts that aren't white. Bookies. Let's see. I feel like TV against the wall makes sense. And then let's do a little coffee table. Where's that coffee table? But I feel like that's weird with the entertainment table. Let's see. Should we go with this little circular ottoman, or is that strange? There's this one. It's interesting. Let's keep it for now and see what we should do. All right, I moved this sim because I'm sorry if you were annoyed by her standing in the middle there, but I moved her. Let's do some paintings, spark up the place a bit. Like, this little accent table is gorgeous in my opinion. And I would put a record player on that, but I don't know that I have that audio. Is there a mirror that fits in this space? There's that mirror, but that looks strange. There's that little mirror. That's cute. We didn't get that one. All right, more clutter will make this work. Trust me, guys. When in doubt, guys, just always add clutter, and it works most of the time. I don't know if I lean too much into clutter, but I just feel like it feels like a true house when there's a lot of clutter going on. Try to decorate the walls a bit. Does a lamp work here, or is that crazy? Cute. Is there a tray? There is. Wait, it's floating. All right, living room complete, and I love this little house. Bathroom. Let's move on. Since it is the downstairs, I'm just doing a little half bath situation. All right, a cute little bathroom situation we got, and now we'll do the upstairs. All right, so for the upstairs, let's make the room. I like this bed. I kind of want it to be a little bit of an open loft style, so I like the idea of this huge space being the bedroom, and then maybe we create an upstairs bathroom, a closet, maybe an office. Do some end tables. All right, those two end tables are kind of cute. The ceiling fan has got to go for now. Let's see how we're gonna do this. Bedroom painting. Maybe have matching paintings above each of these. Unfortunately, I'm running out of unique paintings to use because there's not that many white ones. All right, there we go. That's kind of cute. All right, I really like that. Clutter. Put some clutter on little nightstands. Maybe a lamp on the other one. Hold on. There we go. Put her little slippers by the bed. Maybe have an end table. Hold on. All right, she got her love seat. The love seat at the end of the bed, and then dressers. That's definitely important. Filter by white again. Why is it not on white? Filter by white. Boom. Cute. Oh, this is such a cute room I'm at. I love this room. I need a lamp, perhaps. And then another living room space here. I think that works because the bottom living room is pretty small, so I think it works to have another one top level. But this one's just to chill, to hang out. There's not going to be a TV. All right, what else can we do? A closet. All right, she's a girl with a lot of clothes, so she has this little clothing area as well, with this painting here to fill up some space. Maybe a little accent table. Cute. This doesn't really work, to be honest. I wish there was a tiny glass. Oh, this. I feel like it's a little too tiny. Works. Though I'm so jealous of this girl. I honestly want this house, and I never thought I would want a house with literally no color in it, but it genuinely looks so good. Let's do another bathroom and sort that out, and then maybe an office. Let's see. Sink. All right, here's the bathroom. Very functional. All right, now that we're done with the bathroom, let's think for a second. Let's do a little guest bedroom as well, and then after that we'll make an office. Let's add like a mirror right here. I love this mirror. Wow, we've got our simple little guest bedroom done. That's a cute bedroom, honestly. And then here's a little office that we're gonna make. Let's get a desk going. Should we have something like this? Wish I could go up. Office chair. Let's get a computer. Her computer. Get a lamp going. She's a hobby kind of girl, so let's get her a guitar. Why not? Have her have a little guitar in here. When in doubt. always put more clutter. That's what I always say. More clutter is a better life. Look. Put this on a shelf, maybe. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of is hard to find white clutter now that I'm trying it out. Maybe a little reading chair. Let's try to find one. Like this reading chair. I love this office and I'm done with it. The office actually might be my favorite room, but I don't know. Let me know down below what you think of this house and what you thought of this challenge. I definitely want to do this challenge again. So let's go through everything. So here we've got the dining room. Here we've got the little entryway. We've got the kitchen, we have the bathroom here, living room here, and let's go to the top floor. Another little living area that we've got going on in the bedroom. And then the rest of the bedroom, I absolutely love it. And then the little guest bedroom here, the office here. I think the office is definitely my favorite. I'm in the bathroom here. So we have completed this house. I'm very proud of it, and I definitely want to do this more with a different color, maybe a crazy color next time. So definitely stay tuned for that, and let me know down below if that's what you would want to see. And thank you so much for tuning in. Definitely want to do more creative challenges like this in The Sims 4. Make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss out on any more challenges like this. Bye.